Welcome to Violin Adventures number 90. We just got home in time to get the video out, so I'm editing it as quickly as I can. And so we will be leaving out the Hebrew Minute and the weekend review, but there's a little bit of a surprise in this video at the end. I hope you enjoy it. So we start off with our challenging cello. Well, here we are. I've been looking at how this top is going to fit back on the base. And this top, remember when we just put all the pieces together, the pieces were so warped. Well, the top is still very, very warped. So when I set it down on a flat surface, it does not lay flat. Did just a little bit more tapping to make sure this is sounding good, and it really is. It is really improving in tone. But there's just a few little tiny cracks on the edges here I want to get before we close it up. And also, if we can get this closed up by the end of the week, it would be great. But I want to strip this instrument and revarnish it because of the horrible look it has, especially here on the back. This just looks terrible, and it has this grayish substance that was on the inside that's on here, and it's all over the sides, so it just really looks bad. And normally we don't revarnish an instrument, but since this has no label in it and we don't know who the maker is, I'm going to go ahead and revarnish it. But I think we'll set it up first and see how it sounds, and then after that we'll go into the stripping and revarnishing. Okay, so we have, the top is very warped, and down here at the bottom we're almost ½ an inch up, and then here at the top maybe more like ¼ of an inch up, as the top is very warped. So at this point I'm going to just slowly, over the time, maybe over the day, come down and tighten the clamps until the top gets into the shape that we want it to. And it just rained a big rain last night, so there's humidity in the air. I also warmed the top a little bit so that it would be more flexible. Okay, I've just been doing some prep work, but we have the cello ready to be closed up. And it took about, about a day to get the top to relax and go into place. The tone is still good. We'll give it one last tap. It definitely has more tone, much more tone than it had when we started. Well, there it is. Makes me feel much better now that the clamps are on and it's all closed up. So we'll let that dry for 24 hours. The YouTube violin. So I'm going to do a little rub down on this violin. This first coat is so thin that it's not that we definitely need to do a few more coats, but I'm going to do a rub down first. Okay, we're going to go ahead with our second coat. And back to that challenging cello. Okay, y'all, it's time to take these clamps off, and we've got the bridge going and the sound post in, and so I'm just going to set it up with the minimum. I just found some old pegs that'll work for now, because the main idea right now is to find out what this cello sounds like. We're all excited to hear. So at this point I'm going to take the clamps off, but we're going to run down to Tennessee for a short trip, spend a couple days, and I'll be sharing a little bit with you later on. So we'll see how far we can get. Okay, I'm going to play real quick because it's going out of tune real fast with new strings. Okay, it definitely has a pleasant sound, and at this point the bridge is too high, but I like the sound, so I'm encouraged to go ahead and finish this up, get some better pegs on it, and maybe change the tailpiece, but it has a beautiful sound, so that's good. Okay, I'm not a cellist, but I do enjoy playing this instrument. So we'll get the bridge down so it will be easier to play. But we might have to do all of this upgrading next week because I need to take off. And just before we're set to go, we got a package in the mail. It was just a bit unexpected, but we're grateful it came now and not while we were gone. A package of bees.
We're going to try to introduce this package in a more gentle way than in the past. We have a super up here with frames down below with wax on them. We have a pollen patty right there, and we also have nectar, food right there for them. And we also have peppermint candies, where we're finding out that they love peppermint candies, and it also keeps beetles away from your hive. So we got some peppermint candies in there. And the next thing to do, in a couple hours when it gets darker, we will take this package, open it up, and just gently lay the whole package on that. And so they can, at their will, walk down into the frames. In the past, we always had to shake them loose in there, which is very rough on them. So this time we're going to try a very gentle approach, let them walk in their cells without being thrown in there. In the hole. Shaking.
This is the queen in this little box.
Yeah, and I'm going to put her right in between two frames. Facing down. Like that. There we go. I'll take the box. Lay it in there. There. And then the lid goes on. Now we just put the lid on, and the package is underneath the lid, and they have an entrance on the top and the bottom. And so they'll gradually crawl out of their cage down into the lower deep. That's the plan. And they won't fly away because the queen is there in her cage. They're going to have to eat her out, take about 3 days, and then they'll establish a hive, Lord willing. So we'll leave it alone for a minute.
So after we got them settled, off we went to Tennessee. After miles and miles of traveling, we finally arrived at Diana, Tennessee, and here is about almost 3,000 people meeting in a barn outside. Tennessee is a gathering of close to 3,000 people that come on a Friday night and a Saturday night to sing the hymns. I love singing the old hymns, so this was very enjoyable for me, sitting in the midst of thousands of people singing to the Lord. Just a glimpse of what heaven might be like, although heaven will be much better. much for watching, for all your thumbs up and all your wonderful comments. I enjoy talking to you in the comment section. And thank you to the new subscribers. Until next time, God bless you. Bye.